this is an instrument that never existed before. We're calling it a duet clavichord, and this summer at the Academy we're working on literature written by Bach and his sons for 2 keyboards. There's always been a cooperation between research at Goart and some points of the Organ Academy here. This is not the first instrument I've finished in Smarano. It's really very helpful to be able to test things with students and colleagues and to show current work, current ideas. Well, we're going to Venice tomorrow morning at 7:30, so it's got to be done today. But we're not taking it to Venice with us.
Everybody meet here at 5 o'clock in this beautiful room, Sala della Musica.
Very nice 18th century music room, what was preserved in its original condition.
This year the theme of the Academy was related to the anniversary of Carl Philipp Emanuel Bach. So the idea of the Academy was to investigate C.P.E. Bach contemporary keyboard music, music of him, music of course of Johann Sebastian, and also music of other German and Italian composers, and this was also the reason why we decided to start the Academy in Venice, because we had there the opportunity to play Venetian organ of the 18th century and to play composers of the 18th century like Marcello, Galuppi, Platti, that are strongly related with this kind of instrument and with their sonorities.
In the United States, it's very difficult to find original instruments from the 1600s and 1700s, and it's just been such a fabulous opportunity to explore the instruments' voices and find my voice as an artist through the voice of the instruments. It's a very, very special thing and a very rare opportunity, and I'm so lucky to have had this chance.
It's very inspiring for us musicians to visit the places where the composers we used to play on the harpsichord or the organ were working and living, like in the Ospedaletto.
We saw 2 very, very beautiful organs by Nacchini, one in the Ospedaletto church and one in the San Rocco. The opening concert was in the St. Apostoli Church, where Umberto Forni played nice Italian 18th century music.
Umberto Forni's concert at the Church of the Apostles in Venice was incredible. To hear the Italian 19th century organ used in its full splendor was a very memorable event.
And the second concert was in a very, very special place in the Santa Maria de Frari, where Professor Edoardo Bellotti played the 2 Italian baroque organs.
We had this great chance to play the organs, to teach this instrument, to perform on this instrument because of the contact with Dr. Davide Zamatio, and through him we had free access to this church and to this instrument. This was really a great opportunity, and we have to thank him for all what he did for us to organize everything.
To start this conference in a place so rich in culture and history and art and architecture, and with such a wonderful tradition of choral music and organ and instrumental music, was fantastic.
After 2 days in Venice, we left a major city full of water and canals to come into a small, tiny little village in the Dolomiti mountains of Trentino called Smarano. And it couldn't be more different. It's so peaceful, so quiet. You can hear all the little animals and birds around. It's a very inspiring place to make music.
You move away from the tourist-infested, dare I say, Venice, to the beautifully peaceful Smarano, which really provides the perfect backdrop for this conference and the ability to practice for hours uninterrupted.
Which duet do you have with you? Number 3. Great.
We have a lot of instruments, clavichords, harpsichords, organs, where we can practice and discover a lot of differences between apparently similar instruments.
Well, the Smarano Academy is always a very intense experience. The students, they work really hard from 8 o'clock in the morning until 11 p.m. in the night, practicing really hard.
I find it very interesting because this was a concept Johann Sebastian Bach wanted to realize, and when he was teaching, he said, every student of mine shall have his own room with their own clavichord to practice the day over when they are not at school. So that's what we do here. If we have no master classes, we're practicing the clavichord or the other instruments.
It's sort of a unique concept because you get so much time. It's a limited number of people who are admitted to the academy. And when you are here, you get a lot of focus and attention.
Before coming here, I've never played any clavichord. So it was a shock to get my fingers on the keys and see how different it was from the piano or the harpsichord or the organ. But after the past week, I've developed a great affinity towards it, and I really, really enjoy the sound and the touch, and especially the collaborative aspect, playing with another musician.
Yeah, the clavichord is very important because it helps you to develop a very fine technique. If you play with a very, let's say, not refined technique, then you are so much in trouble on the clavichord because it will not work. So to be able to be refined at the organ, it's very good to learn to play the clavichord.
The instrument works really well. It's a great sound. I really like it, and it was so much fun to make music together on it. So we had the great joy of having the world premiere of this instrument right here in Smarano in the concert hall.
We started out not sure who anybody was, not really knowing anybody, and already after 2 days everyone became so comfortable and friendly with each other, sharing our own stories from home over delicious meals and excellent wine.
The social side of the academy is very important as well. So at dinner tables, there are wonderful conversations and people getting to know each other really, really well during these days.
I am taking every day as it comes. This is an incredible academy, and we have had some absolutely wonderful presentations and instruments, and each day provides its own new surprises. So I'm looking forward to the next few days.
We are in a beautiful church here in San Zeno, an old church with a wonderful Cavazzani organ that was restored last year from Giorgio Carli. I heard some opinion of some students, and they are very amazing about that organ.
So he studied with me 2 years, Simone. After he finished his study here in Italy, and then he went also to France. Then he came 2 years in Milano. He liked very much not only early music or Bach baroque music, but also he can play contemporary music, he can play romantic music. I think truly
he will be one out of the outstanding organists of the next generation, and that's very good for Smarano to have him.
I'm playing a concert on the 5th of August, and the program will be a program typical for that organ. So I will play Haydn and some improvisation, and I will search to find the best music possible for that kind of organ.
Today's the last day of the festival, and it is quite saddening to me because it's been such a great opportunity and a wonderful time meeting such great people, making strong, lasting friendships, and becoming part of a family here in Smarano.
We have at 6 o'clock the concert of the attendees. Some of them will play in the concert hall, in the church, and so on.
We will listen to several pieces from all the classes on several instruments, mainly on the organ and on the clavichord, but also on the fortepiano and the harpsichord. So we get the full range of used instruments in the 18th century.
So it's a very exciting opportunity to showcase all of the work that we've done here and enjoy each other's music making.
And it's so nice at the end of the Academy to have this final concert being sort of the summing up everything that has been done during these intense days.
And afterwards we will have the final dinner that usually offer the Academy. So we will all be together and to stay for the last evening together, and in the morning everybody will go home.
Before you leave, we want to award you with our certificate. Okay.
I've been honored to play my compositions and hear them on these great instruments, and I hope in 300 years, when there's the next Smarano generation, that people will be studying some of these along with C.P.E. Bach.